If you're on a journey to eating healthier, you've probably already given up, or I hope you've given up, white flour and even wheat flour, but that doesn't mean that you have to leave behind all baked items. There's other flours that are going to be available, and one that I wanted to share with you today is almond flour. So almond flour, in case you've never used it, is just that. It's ground down almonds that have been blanched, and so it produces this really fine powder, but it's going to have some important differences from white flour. So first of all, when you use almond flour, find a recipe that's almond flour specific if you're new to almond flour, because it's going to cook a little bit differently. It's denser because it's higher in protein and it's higher in healthy fat. So it's not going to cook exactly the same, but you can make some amazing baked goods that are super healthy with this stuff. I'm going to show you one that I did yesterday that you can get on my website and Facebook page. But just to do a comparison, a lot of you are on lower carb, cleaner eating patterns of life. So almond flour can serve you there, because in regular flour, the total available carbohydrate is 20 grams in a fourth a cup. In almond flour, the available carb is just 3 grams. And then the other thing that I think is so interesting, if we're doing a comparison of almond flour and regular, is that almond flour is really high in vitamin E. It's also high in magnesium, something that a lot of us are deficient in. It's also a good source of iron and calcium. Now, that all comes naturally from the almonds. In regular flour, you're going to see that it's high in some of the B vitamins. That's because they've been added back in. So they're added from another source. But that's why I love almond flour. I think it's a great high protein, low carb flour that you can use to make a variety of baked goods out of. So one of my favorites that we just made yesterday and that I demonstrated on video is banana muffins. And these are so easy. They were just made in one bowl. They've got a really light and fluffy texture, and there's a secret to that. And I shared it in the video, but I want to show it to you. They're delicious. These little things are 11 grams of protein each. So I wanted to give you an option, especially for this time of year, and you can find all of that on AnessaRD.com.